Considering launching an LLC in Delaware, you're in for a host of great advantages by establishing your business in this state. In this guide, we'll delve into these benefits, providing insights for out-of-state entrepreneurs and outline the essential steps and documentation needed to establish a Delaware LLC. Additionally, we'll share a valuable tip on preserving these benefits, often overlooked by many, along with exclusive discounts on professional services. So let's dive right in. Benefits of starting an LLC in Delaware. You're probably here because you're a Delaware resident, but you should know that establishing a limited liability company in Delaware offers at least 7 unique benefits. That has made it a popular destination for both U.S. and foreign entrepreneurs. The big ones are enhanced privacy, a special business court, and enhanced asset protection. 1. Privacy and anonymity. Delaware allows for a high degree of privacy and anonymity for LLC owners. The formation documents for an LLC, the articles of organization, do not require the names of the owner members to be stated. All that is required is the name of the LLC, the name and address of the registered agent, and the name and signature of the organizer. Note, however, that under federal law, you will be required to file a Beneficial Ownership Information Report, or a BOI, with the name and address of the LLC owners, but this information is not made public. Check out our BOI report guide for details. 2. Court of Chancery. Delaware's Court of Chancery is a specialized court that hears cases involving business entities, including LLCs. The court is known for its expertise in business law and its efficient resolution for corporate disputes. This provides businesses with a level of legal certainty and a streamlined process for resolving conflicts. 3. Asset protection. Delaware is one of 5 states that has what is called Charging Order of Protection for single-member LLCs. It's a mouthful, but here's the gist. Usually you hear about personal assets being protected in case of a lawsuit against an LLC, but Charging Order of Protection means the protection goes both ways. This protects the company against personal lawsuits of the members. You can't be forced to sell the LLC's assets. In other words, the company remains intact in the event of a lawsuit of an individual member. Just know that even though Delaware is very welcoming to businesses forming out of state, we still recommend that you form your LLC in the state where your business is based, or where you live. You can avoid a lot of extra expenses and complexities that come with operating across different state jurisdictions. Delaware's charging order protection laws are limited to Delaware's jurisdiction. Members residing outside of Delaware will encounter varying degrees of legal support, or lack thereof, in terms of actions against their LLC assets. How to start an LLC in Delaware in 6 easy steps. Let's walk you through the process of actually forming a Delaware LLC. You can do this yourself or use a professional service like registered agents, attorneys, or accountants. Formation is definitely something you can do yourself, but we advise getting a pro registered agent service. Such services not only know the ropes, but they're familiar with state laws and have the expertise to act as your agent for the receipt of important documents competently. Actually, 2/3 of our readers hire a Delaware LLC formation service. More on the benefits of that later. I promise our readers, they're onto something. In order to form your LLC in Delaware, you will need to complete the following steps. Name your LLC, choose a registered agent, file your certificate of formation, file your LLC operating agreement, obtain an EIN, and file a Beneficial Ownership Information Report. If you happen to be coming from one of our older videos, you may have noticed that we've added an extra step. That's because the Beneficial Ownership Information Report, or BOI, is a new requirement as of 2024. It's worth mentioning since failing to report comes with huge fines. Again, more on that later. Step 1. Name your Delaware LLC. The first step is deciding on a name. You'll want to choose one that reflects the image of your business, of course, but it also needs to comply with Delaware's naming guidelines. That means, at a baseline, it needs to indicate that it's an LLC by having the acronym LLC or something similar in its name. Also, the name must be unique. It can't be too close to another business's name. For a complete list of naming rules in Delaware, take a look at our official naming guidelines from the Delaware Limited Liability Company Act. Having decided on a name, check to make sure it's not in use by some other business by doing a Delaware entity search on the Department of State's website. It's completely free to do and an important step so your filing doesn't get rejected. If you're not quite ready to form your LLC, you can reserve the name for up to 120 days by filing an application for reservation and paying the $75 processing fee. For more information, have a look at our Delaware LLC name search guide. Also, having a website is a must, so check if the name is available as a web domain. Even though you haven't made the final decision to form your LLC, reserve the domain name for when you're ready. Step 2. Choose a registered agent in Delaware. The next step is to appoint a Delaware registered agent. You'll have to enter the name and address of the registered agent you've chosen on their certificate of formation. More on that in the next step. A registered agent is an individual or business entity responsible for receiving important tax forms, legal documents, notice of lawsuits, and official government correspondence on behalf of your business. A Delaware registered agent must be an individual who is a resident in Delaware. It could be you or a professional or a business colleague. It could also be a business entity such as a registered agent service. Step 3. File the Delaware LLC Certificate of Formation. To officially register an LLC in Delaware, you'll need to file a Certificate of Formation with the Department of State. This form is the document used to file and register your LLC with the Delaware Department of State. So once you've done this, you're in the home stretch. You can apply online through the Delaware portal here or by mail at this address. The fee is $90, payable to the Delaware Department of State. Take care to complete and enter all requested information correctly, and include a cover sheet with your name and contact details when filing the Certificate of Formation. This will allow the Delaware Division of Corporations to get in contact with you if necessary. For help with completing the form, visit our Delaware Certificate of Formation Guide. Step 4. Create your Delaware LLC operating agreement. Delaware law does not require your LLC to have a written operating agreement, but it's definitely a good idea to have one. An operating agreement is a legal document outlining the ownership and operating procedures of an LLC. An operating agreement is important because it ensures that all business owners are on the same page and it reduces the risk of future conflict. For more information on operating agreements, read our Delaware LLC Operating Agreement Guide, or check out this video all about operating agreements. We have a template on our site you can use completely free for your LLC. It takes the edge off a somewhat intimidating and stuffy document. Step 5. Get a Delaware LLC EIN. You can get an Employer Identification Number, or EIN, from the IRS for free. It is used to identify a business entity and keep track of a business's tax reporting. It is essentially a social security number for the company. Apart from its tax purposes, an EIN number will be required to open a business bank account for the company and in order to hire employees for the company. You can do this online or by mail. For detailed information on how to do this, you can check out our tutorial here and linked below. Step 6. File a Beneficial Ownership Information Report. Beginning January 2024, LLC owners will need to file a Beneficial Ownership Information Report, or BOI, with the U.S. Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, FinCEN. Existing LLCs can file the report at any time between January 1st, 2024 and January 1st, 2025, while new LLCs will need to file the report within 90 days of formation. The BOI report contains information meant to identify the true owners of the LLC. There is no charge for filing it, but failure to file an accurate report on time can result in a $500 per day fine. You can do this online or by mail. For detailed information on how to do this, you can check out our tutorial here and linked below. Using a service. So we mentioned before that a large majority of our readers and site users actually end up using a professional service to start their LLC rather than filing it themselves. And there's good reason for that. Let me explain. Earlier we discussed that among the benefits Delaware offers is its privacy features. Most states require the public listing of a fair amount of personal information when you form an LLC. This means your name, address, and even your phone number can be found on easily scrapable government sites, but not Delaware, if you take advantage of it. Using a service like Northwest registered agent in privacy-focused states like Delaware is part of keeping your personal information off those public records, reducing the all-too-common junk mail and spam call avalanche that pours in after you officially file. Northwest allows you to use their name, address, and phone number when you form your LLC, if you opt for it. Their service is affordable for $29 plus state fees if you file through them, with a free year of registered agent services included. They also manage annual reports like the Big Bad BOI for an extra nominal fee. A BOI report is just $9. Check our special discount link for savings. We've partnered with Northwest and may earn a commission, but we genuinely recommend their service for its value and privacy protection. Maintaining your Delaware LLC. You'll be happy to know that Delaware does not require LLCs to file an annual report. Your LLC will need to file and pay an annual tax of $300 by June 1st in order to maintain its good standing with the state. This will be required every year in order for your business to remain active in the Delaware Division of Corporations records, regardless of whether or not it's making a profit. Failure to pay the franchise tax on time comes with a penalty of $200 and 1.5% interest for each month past the deadline. Be aware also that even if your LLC elects to be treated as a C corporation or S corporation, it does not have to file an annual report. This is great since regular corporations must file an annual report. Note, you can pay your franchise tax online using the Delaware Corporation Information System. As the owner of an LLC in Delaware, there are two main types of income taxes that you could apply to your earnings at a statewide level. Personal income taxes. This tax is levied on all income above $2,000 at a rate that varies between 2.2% and 6.6% based on your business's earnings. To calculate the amount you may need to pay, it's a good idea to use the Division of Revenue's latest income tax table. Corporate income taxes. LLCs that elect to be taxed as C Corps will pay corporation income tax at a flat rate of 8.7% on all their taxable income. While you can file your income tax returns by mail, many business owners find it far easier to file and pay taxes online through the Delaware Taxpayer Portal instead. Two common taxes in Delaware are the gross receipts tax and property tax. Resources for those are linked below. After forming your LLC, you will need to put a number of things in place. These include opening a business bank account, getting a business credit card, obtaining business licenses and permits, and getting insurance, among other things. Visit our After Forming an LLC guide to learn more. And that's it. You now know what it takes to form an LLC in the state of Delaware. We hope you found this video to be really useful. If you want more information on forming an LLC, check out all of our resources in the description below. You'll find lots of guides and advice that will help you kickstart your business journey in Delaware. And if you still have questions about LLCs or anything business related, hit us up.